Hey everyone, how are we doing? That's why we're here today. Our good friend from Jerry from E4 Comics just launched his brand new Kickstarter, the new Elements book he's got coming out. He launched today at 8 o'clock, and as you can see, he's already kicking ass for this. He's already got 16 backers. He's killing through it. That introduction video that was just outstanding. Like, I don't think I've seen anyone put together something like that. That was just pure fire, as they say. But thanks for everyone tuning in and the guys that are going to watch later on. Here today we are. So there's no volume on the video. My bad. So I've just been told there's no volume on the video. So that's just completely fucked the beginning of the show, and now I look like a dickhead. Yeah, right. Anyway, we're going to move forward. We'll try and get some audio on that video a little bit later. We'll work that out. We're going to show that again because that was just fantastic. Jerry just launched that today. As you can see, we've got 16 backers, 29 days to go. So he's well and truly on his way to crush that goal. But we'll run through this a little bit more today. Hopefully we can kind of get him on later on, but I'm pretty sure he'll be a bit tired after his long day. But yeah, definitely we're going to run through this later on. I have a guest in the back room we'll bring on in a second. But today's show, we're just kind of going to run through a couple of Kickstarters of some friends of mine that we have going now. Like you've just seen off the top, you've just seen Jerry with his awesome video that I completely just fucking ruined because I didn't put the audio to it. Sorry. You can lead the horse to water, but you can't force it to drink, right? Without further ado, I'm going to add our guest to the stream, Mr. Dan Price from Bigfoot Knows Karate. Let's get him in here. Hey, Dan, how you doing, mate?
Hey, how's it going, Jack? Thanks for having me in.
It was going all right until I realized that I played the video without the audio, and now I just look like an absolute dickhead. So I got you in to save the show.
Hey, you look great, kid. You're doing fantastic. Shit happens on the live stream. Trust me, shit happens on a live stream. So
we're gonna have to snip the front of that when I edit this. We're just gonna have to get rid of that.
When you do the edit,
yeah,
sure. So how you been, mate? Movie magic, man. Movie magic. Editing is a beautiful thing.
That's exactly right. Yeah, it's a shame we can't edit live streams, eh?
Yeah, right. I understand completely. But no, it is good to see you, man. It is good to see you. Missed your face. So
thanks, man. It's good to have you on. It's good to be back, and it's good to start seeing some familiar faces again.
Absolutely. But no, the video that Jerry did, fucking fire. I mean, just straight up raised the bar so hard. Like that is now what the hell are we gonna do, man? We gotta go hire animation teams for our for our commercials now. It was so good. I mean, I watched it on the live when Jerry was on his live tonight, and but then I went back and watched like 3 more times because I was just so enamored by the skill in the animation. The music was fantastic. The whole thing was great.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I saw it. It genuinely floored me. Like, they've done such a good job on that. They've really upped their game for this Kickstarter. They've come out, guns blazing, and like I said, I'm really disappointed that I botched that intro, that there was no audio, because the song that they put together for that was just it's obviously a custom song, like it's obviously made for the trailer. It was absolutely fantastic, and I am going to play it again, but I got to work out this audio thing because that is probably the best trailer I've ever seen for a Kickstarter. And I've seen even some really great trailers, but that was just top notch. That was just so good.
Yeah, no, I've backed over 90 Kickstarters, and let me say that was one of the best things I've ever seen.
Fantastic. So tip you. Yeah, you go if you're asleep now, Jerry. That's a well deserved sleep. You've done well, man. Yeah, no good. Yeah, so look, I'm just going to take a bit of time to run through the Kickstarter now, just to give him a bit of exposure. So anyone that's new to and doesn't know about the elements right now, it's a really awesome story put together by our friend over here, Mr. Jerry Chatelain. Sorry if I said your last name wrong, Jerry. I'm horrible with names, but it's about, well, straight up right here. It's about four brothers that were found as babies in the woods by two sisters. These boys were raised in an orphanage when they discovered four stones which imbued I'm a dumbass, them with the power of water, lightning, wind, and fire. Now an evil force known as the Kronos are attacking Earth in hopes to really relieve the boys of their stones. So it's an anime style book. Best way I can describe it, it's like I'd say it's probably like the Power Rangers meets Dragon Ball Z. That's just how cool that this book that he's put together is. He's got a fair few issues out now, so I'm pretty sure that this is the third issue, if I'm correct.
I think so. Yes.
Issue? Yeah. So there's issue 0, 1, 2, and then this. I'm pretty sure.
So the last one that he did was his last campaign. He knocked it out of the park with all the extras and the cool tiers and stuff like that. I mean, there were challenge coins, for crying out loud. They were so cool.
Yeah, man.
They were so cool.
Where's mine? Mine's here as well. Like the coins are just so fantastically done. I know
they are. Mine's upstairs on my desk right now, but I'm doing this live from my backyard, so I can't grab it at the moment.
Yeah, I'll find that later as well. But no, he's always pushing new stuff. He's just always trying to further his campaign every time he does one. So yeah, guys, you've definitely got to check that out. It is fantastic. Got like another little mini trailer here, but I'm kind of scared to play it just in case there's no audio. But he's got everything in there. There's got some backstory in there for you to catch up on. Again, we've got the rewards here. Looks like got a Nate Broughton cover in there as well. I know his art when I see it.
Oh yeah.
More coins here as well. More challenge coins. We've got a Clenneth one and Dicis.
Yeah.
Dicis.
Beautiful. Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah, no, he's going all out on this campaign. We've got chibi shirts, we've got stickers. Damn, we've even got a 3D poster.
What? Oh yeah, that 3D. He showed it to us tonight, man. It's awesome. Look at that. Look at it. Look at this.
Oh my god.
I know.
Dude, you're just outdoing yourself now, Jerry.
Killing it.
See, guys, look, this is just one of those. This is another thing I wanted to bring up as well. He's got a tier in the campaign, the comic books for kids tier. So, this is a great little initiative that him and a couple of the other boys do. They've got a tier there where you can back, a certain amount of books, and you don't receive the books, but they go to kids in hospitals and stuff like that, and that's awesome, man. We need some more of that stuff going around. So credit to you, Jerry, for doing that, for adding that. That's fantastic, absolutely. Man. But yeah, here are a couple sample pages. I'm going to try and let's see if I can kind of zoom this in so we can see. We'll keep us down the bottom there. And look, some of the art we can see here. It's very well put together book. I can honestly say the art is just the other books were fantastic, but this book is the art has been just amplified.
Oh, this is so much. This is leveled up so much from his first issue for sure.
Oh my god.
The new person he's working with is outstanding. It really gets the feeling of the book.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I really love Clenneth as a character. I love that design, man. He just gives me that really cool, Yu-Gi-Oh! Dark Magician vibe. I love it so much, man. That's an awesome character. Get a look at our villain from the book.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, this just looks fantastic. Like, honestly, you got to jump on it. It's just, and if you don't want to jump on it and you can't back it, or you can't do that, what helps even more to guys like us creating books, if you can just share it around, give it a like, pass it on, sharing it to your Facebook story or your Instagram story or or something of the sort. You don't know. It may only reach 10 eyes, but one eye in that out of those 10, might like it, and then he'll share it, and it's how we grow. So if you can't back it, at least share it. But honestly, I recommend backing this because not only in this campaign I forgot to mention is it one. It's not just the next part of the Element story. You're also getting the Clemmeth Origin book in here as well. So it's a 2 for 1.
Look at that.
It's a 2 for 1.
The colors on that is incredible.
The art for the Clemmeth book looks just as good as it's just a very well put together book. I know Jerry's a really close friend of mine. I can't wait to read this. This just looks so good.
It's the artwork is different, but I like it so much. I like the clean. I like the clean factor. It looks like an animated movie, like you'd get from, better looking than you get from DC, but it's got animated movie vibes more than it has like the manga effect. You know what I mean?
Definitely. I was just going to say that. You look at this, you've got like the anime style, the Dragon Ball Z, the proper pure anime style. This looks like down here, and there's no respect. I mean, no disrespect in this, but this looks
none
like
whatsoever. It's just different.
If Disney tried to do an anime, it's got that Disney, that westernized, American style, like you said, the animated movie Disney style, but with like a little bit more realism. It's fantastic. I can't get over it.
It also kind of looks like a DC animated, you know what I mean? But with more panache to it.
Yeah, a little bit more, a few more textures, a little bit more going on there. Even
I like it.
That eye just looks.
That eye is great.
It's just they've done well. Honestly, they've done so well. That's our man Jerry there.
There he is.
The man behind the madness. The man, the myth, the legend. Man, honestly, credit to you, man. You've done well here, and we'll refresh the screen in a minute and we'll see. Okay, this looks like it could be an artist. A co-creator. That's one of our co-creators.
Those are the four fellas.
Yeah. So these are the boys. These are the boys.
Yeah.
Hydro. Yeah. Okay. All right. There we are.
Yeah. These are all these cats. Yeah.
So these are the brothers. These are the 4 brothers, eh?
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well done, boys. You have done so well here.
Yeah.
Exceptional artist. So this is one of our artists here. Harleen Perales.
Perales probably, but scroll down just a little bit. Names. All good. So exceptional artist for the Element story. So she's the one who did the artwork on the Elements issue, not the Clemmeth issue. That's wonderful work. She's incredible.
Yeah. Well, I tip my metaphorical hat. You've done a great job. So good.
Absolutely. Holy
night. Artist of the Clemmeth. So this is the artist of the Clemmeth story. Obviously, that's not him, guys, but that's again,
gorgeous.
Look at this gorgeous man. Obviously,
there he is.
Done the letters for the book. Don't even need to look at that. And this is his editor. This is Ferrell. Okay. This is Dennis's friend.
Right.
Yeah.
I've heard of her. Dennis has told me about her. Yeah.
Apparently, she is fantastic. Like she gives you no nonsense bullshit. Like she'll just tell you how it is, and that's obviously, like we're going to see in this book as well, but we saw in the Celestial Knight how great that book was. So, great editor. He's assembled such a great team for this. Music producer. Okay, so this is the fella that done the the music for the trailer that I absolutely botched. Very good.
You're gonna fix it in post, dude. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, we'll fix it. We'll clip it, put we'll sort it out.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone was here to begin with anyway.
It'll be great.
No, this is it's a great campaign, guys. Just launched today. Let's go back to the top. And that's what I love to see with campaigns as well, where you can just endlessly scroll. He's just got that much content there. There's just I hate when you go to campaigns and they've got like 2 or 3 bits and it's like one scroll and it's like, yeah, well, you obviously really didn't put that much into the campaign.
Right.
It's just it's a bad first handshake, if you know what I mean. From just if you're just coming across and you've stumbled upon it and you're having a look and it's like, well, you've got no information here, man. You've gone a bit half-assed, so I don't think I'll back this. Whereas with this, it has everything. It's got the team. It's got everything. It's just gone all in everything. Jared, you've done a great job, and that's why
outstanding.
After one day of launching, you've already got, you've already made $1,100 within like 2-3 hours. So well done, man. You've done a great job.
Well done.
And we're going to play this trailer again for you as well, but I'm going to fix the audio up because that's such a cool trailer. I can't get over it.
It's so cool.
Yep. For guys that are watching coming across, this is Jerry's Instagram page. I'm pretty sure he does most of his promotion off the top of that. So look for the big E4 Comics logo and you will find the awesomeness of E4 Comics and the elements. So guys, jump on that. It is looking fantastic. Now, don't worry, we will come back to that. We've got a little bit of time. Now, this is what I wanted. This is what we're here for. As well. We're here for this as well. So here, I'm lucky enough to actually have the creator of Bigfoot Knows Karate, Dan, right now. So hello. Dan, we're going to do a little bit of a rundown. If you can just give us a rundown who you are for and what you do, and then we'll get into the fun stuff. This is fun.
Sure.
Let's
I understand.
Let's do the form. Get the formals out of the way early, eh?
Yeah, the formals. Well, my name is Dan Price. I am the creator of Bigfoot Knows Karate. I did my first independent comic book work in 2007. I had some stuff I did when I was in high school, but we'll count 2007 as the beginning. I did a book called Latex Avenger, superhero satire, kind of Family Guy style, turned, on steroids, turned up to 11. It was like, you had what's up, Jaden? You had Latex Avenger, and he has a sidekick, spermicidal foam lad, and together they repel crime 99.9% of the time. That was my first story out, and then I did a thing called Masters of the Obvious for Hound Comics, which was sci-fi space parody. Had characters like Dr. Biclops, he's got 2 eyes, and the Visible Woman, you can't miss her. And they had pop culture adventures throughout the galaxy. I did a thing for the Stan Lee Foundation that was and POW Entertainment. That was it was called Excelsius: The Uphill Adventures of a Boy Named Stanley, and it was a web comic that actually Stan Lee tweeted out once a week for like 12 weeks. So that was pretty cool. And then I took a break from comics for a while. Came back doing some work for Drew Edwards' Halloween Man. Then did some covers for Guano Guy for Mark Darden, and also his book Mr. Marvelous Man. I did covers for that as well. And then kind of fell back into Bigfoot, fell into Bigfoot Knows Karate, got that working with Casey Allen, my co-writer and editor. Just the best. He's just the best. He's just the freaking best. And so we've been working on this book. So he's, we're co-writing the book and I'm providing the artwork. And just having a blast doing it. We did our first campaign last year, Bigfoot won, and had a good campaign. It was, very happy with the way it turned out. And between the Bigfoot issues, I did a return to Latex Avenger for one issue of Halloween Man. We did a Halloween Man meets Latex Avenger crossover special that is actually at the printers right now and will be fulfilling in the next couple of weeks. So that's really great. And so that's really cool. That was a project with Drew Edwards. I mean, he's the Halloween Man guy. So I was just working on that project with him. But here we are, Bigfoot Knows Karate 2, Born Under a Bad Sign. And we launch on the Wednesday, the 12th. So like just about 5 days from now. That's me in a nutshell. I have a wife and 2 kids, and a dog and a cat. That's it. That's me. So
that's it. But yeah, look, here we are. You can see here, 116 followers already. We launch in 4 days, I'm pretty sure. So 4 days from now, here in Australia, in the future. 4 days. Future. And again, guys, this is what I'm talking about before with the sharing and all that. Jump over there. The link's in the description of the video below. Get over there. Hit that notify me on launch button. It goes all the way. Every follower he gains shoots him to the top of the Kickstarter page, becomes projects we love. I'm pretty sure that's how it all works and all that sort of thing. So we want to try and get this front and center. So when you jump straight on a Kickstarter, the first thing you see when you click on comics is Bigfoot Knows Karate. So get on that, jump on that. That's going to be another fantastic campaign. You absolutely killed the first one. What did you end up making, and how many backers did you have on the first campaign?
I mean, this is so funny because I know the numbers right off the top of my head. The $7,362 and 212 backers. So,
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it was a good campaign, man. I was very happy with the way it turned out. So,
Project we love. There you
I
go.
mean, yeah, 212. Was I right on the numbers? What's it say? Yeah, 7362. Yeah, that's a number I don't forget, to be honest with you. It's because I still wake up in cold sweats about it. You know what I mean? They really like the comic. You know, I mean, like it freaks me out.
It was an awesome. Like, honestly, I remember when I first met you, I was like, I'm scrolling through and I see this. It just says Bigfoot Knows Karate, and I've just gone, what the fuck? Anyways, I click on it, I start scrolling through, and I go, this actually looks fantastic. And then we started talking this and that, and then we get the book. And what I started tuning into your live streams, and what spun me out the most, and I've got a few people in here watching right now that have no idea about how it's made, but I'm pretty sure they know that there's a different way to do it than the way you do it. But I was watching you, and you draw on your Wacom or your iPad with your finger. Like, you actually, this is all done with Dan's finger, guys. Like, everything you see, it's all him with a finger. It's not like your standard tablet pen. It's with his finger, right. And that's just insane. What made you go, I'm going to do this with my finger? What was the reasoning behind that?
So I actually work on my laptop. I don't actually use a tablet or a Wacom. I work on my laptop. Okay. And I work in Adobe Illustrator, which is a lot different than most people. They work in Clip Studio Paint or Clip Studio and Procreate and things like that. Yeah, those are really the two common ones. I use Adobe Illustrator because I am a graphic designer by trade. I've been working as a graphic designer for 20 years. I've been an art director, and now I'm a creative director for the last 5-6 years, something like that. And so I'm just used to the Adobe software. The finger thing happened because my hand shakes. I have a bit of a shake in my hand, and I noticed it. You notice it really hard with the stylus, but I get I don't know what it is, the tactile action of being with my finger directly to the screen. It just, the line work is much smoother. So I was like, well, ditch the stylus and go with the finger. And the finger's been working pretty well for me. Between a finger and a mouse, that's how I draw. So
I suppose you said you got the shake, it kind of takes that external element out of it, doesn't it? It gives you back that little bit of control, like it's all
absolutely
cutting out the middleman, as it were.
Absolutely. And then you can't really tell my hands shake when we're hanging out. It's just when I'm drawing is when it's most noticeable, honestly.
Yeah, no, I never noticed. Yeah, because you look so so smooth and so in control. I never knew that. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's just something that I deal with, but it's it's not a big deal. It's just something that happens when I'm working on the glass with the stylus, especially, the glass of the screen with the stylus. It just doesn't feel right. But I mean, everybody's different, and it all just kind of it works out okay. It gives me the looseness to draw this book. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it is. This comic is very the art style is very loose. It's kind of got a kinetic quality to it, very grungy, very brushy, very organic is the look that I was trying to go for. And so unconventional would be another way to put it, because it does look different from a lot of books. I get a lot of people that says it gives them the Samurai Jack vibes. Cool, I'll take it.
100%.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, I don't. I'm not really been exposed to Samurai Jack, but I've seen it enough to know that that's beautiful work. So hey, compliment accepted. I'll take it.
100%.
Yeah, and I mean, so the campaign. We've got, this is the campaign from the last book. But yeah, feel free. And then if you want, on my website, there's some preview pages, or actually on globalcomics.com, you can actually see preview pages of the new book. I put a 3-page sampler on there, so people can check out globalcomics.com and check out the freebie. of that book. So and that's just in the link tree that you got up there.
Yep, I was just about to
But
show
yeah,
the
so
guys that. Yep.
yeah. So but yeah, so that's the rub really. I mean, it's I mean, I can tell you about the book if you want to know about it. I don't know where you want to go with
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm an avid fan. I've read the book multiple times. So this is here for the fans. So yeah, run through it, man.
Okay.
And you never know who might
Yeah.
get their eyes on this.
Well, I mean, the big thing is it's he's a gentle cryptid warrior. He lives in a world where anyone can be the hunter and anyone can be the prey, and we proved that very hard in the first issue. It is we like to think of it as Godzilla versus Kong meets Kill Bill with a twist of Lost, and and just try to keep y'all on your toes as you're reading it is the best way I can put it. It was we sold the first issue like a smash 'em up, punch 'em up, just big monster battle. And I mean, and it had that element in there, but the book was truly in 4 acts where we're learning about this character, we're finding out about this other world that he can go in and out of, and then this big battle, and then this monstrous twist at the end of the book. And we guarded the plot very hard in the first campaign. We just we wanted people to just think one thing, and we gave them what they were thinking it was going to be, but turned it out to be the story to be a whole lot different. And and I don't want to spoil it for anyone, obviously, but globalcomics.com, you can read it for free over there right now. The first issue is completely free on Global, and like I said, you can also check out the 3-page preview of issue 2 on there. So, and Global Comics has been great to us because I mean we've got like 4,300 views on the first one already, so that's pretty nice. And but I love that page. Actually, that's one of my favorite pages.
I was just going to say
I
that's one of mine too. Just the way you got like that translucent him in the background, him, his
mhm.
astral form above him, sort of thing. That's really cool, man.
It was fun. I had such a good time drawing this comic. I mean, I had such a good time drawing this comic, and I love drawing all the nature. I had so much fun with that.
I love the color palette you're going with. Like, it's a perfect blend of like your vibrant blues and purples and that. You mix it in with that gritty, like the gritty greens and stuff like and stuff. It's just yeah. Like, have you ever studied like color theory or anything like that, or is this just all like your natural eye
No,
for awesomeness?
No, I studied color theory for sure. I took a couple of semesters of it in college, and along with like basic design courses and stuff like that. And I love color. I mean, I just do. I love working in color. I don't feel like my work, my Bigfoot art especially, is or really anything in comics that I do is complete unless it's colored. I have a lot of respect for people who can draw in black and white, like Adam Caswell and Matthew Skillern and JTA up there. All those cats, they're just incredible because they can do so much just in black and white. I don't feel like my art, not to just sit here and self-deprecate, but I don't feel like my art, like the piece really comes together without the color for me. And I'm also kind of anal retentive and a bit of a control freak, so I just like to color myself rather than have somebody else color me because um, I negate a lot of things sake of design. I don't always follow where the shadow should go properly. I don't always get my lighting right. I realize that, but and I'm real big on making sure that the backgrounds, even if they don't have like a filled out, complete, drawn out background, that the emotions are represented in the panel. Emotion is a big thing, mood is a big thing that runs through the book. And you can see in the first issue that like the sky changes color constantly and it's reflective of what's going on in the story. So yes, they're in daytime and it moves to night and all of that into dusk and all of that stuff. And but you will see things just kind of change through the book. And I mean that was just very much by design. I wanted it to feel, like there was an intensity going on, and the color helps do that.
100%. Yeah, no, like I said, I was just going to comment on that. You can see, like, I like what you did there with, like, you know, from where the book starts to where it ends, like the ambience of it all. Like I said, it starts but when shit starts to go down, you can kind of see the tone of the book start to change a little bit more. It was very well, very well directed in a way. You've done fantastically. And to touch on your like the style of it as well, like you said, it's you said it's a bit rough and all that. I think it works so well. I just think that the style works really well with what you're trying to do here. I mean, like you've got this, like this. I don't want to say, I'm not going to try and sound rude or anything like that, but you've got this outlandish idea here. Like it's outlandishly fantastic. You know what I mean? But it's
completely off the rails, Jack.
And that's the best part about it. And you've got this beautifully unique style of doing it. I love how rough it is. It kind of, and if anything, it conveys motion for me as well. You know, you've got like it really conveys motion, and it's a very well put together product you've got here, man. And like I said, when I first stumbled upon it, I just went, Bigfoot knows karate. I'm like, yeah, I got to look into this. This is fantastic. just the concept was fantastic for me, but actually seeing pages, I remember you were showing pages and stuff like that. I tune into your live streams and watching it all come together. It's just you've done well, man. Like it's different, and that's been one of the best parts of indie comics. Coming to prominence during this COVID period. We're seeing these awesome ideas. I mean, before COVID hit, you didn't see any shit like this. Like you saw nothing, But it's different. It's fantastically done. It's done in a different way to a traditional, like I said, the pen and the pad and all that sort of thing, or traditional art. It's just, you've done well, man. And like I said,
I appreciate that.
No, I'm a big fan of it, and I just wanted to I love your art and all that, but this cover that Adam Caswell did, holy shit!
Oh yeah,
mate, that is
wow, it's incredible. You should see the one that he's done for issue 2. It's a wraparound Virgin variant.
Oh man, I'll be getting it, but this is so good, man. I love it. I love you got I know it's like Cthulhu behind him, but it looks like he's got 2 mad eels coming up behind him. It's just awesome, man. You've done such a good job on that. And like you said, when you said it as well, you have a mad respect for people that can do shit in black and white. It's to be able to convey all that just using black and white and grays is just phenomenal. That's like pure art. And how did you meet him? Did you do a fan art for you, or did you reach out to him?
Yes.
How did
that was a piece? That's a piece of fan art, man.
Really?
That was a piece of fan art, and he contacted me and he said, "I'm going to draw your Cthulhu character," and I said, "Okay." I didn't know him; he didn't know me. I mean, like he just, I guess, just kind of fell into my stream, or not my stream, but into my feed, and or saw my stuff in the feed, and he actually mailed me that artwork. He's like, "I want to mail this to you as a gift." And I was like, "That's insane." And it showed up at my house, and I'm like, "Okay, dude, how about this? How about I pay you for it, and we use this as a cover, as the deluxe variant?" Because originally there was only going to be 3 covers on the campaign, but I saw that, and I'm like, I can find money to pay him for this. You know what I mean? I will, I'll dig in the couch cushions if I have to. And we came up with a price, and it worked out great. And so now he's doing the cover, the deluxe variant, the deluxe edition Virgin variant for issue 2. And then when issue 2 is done, and shipped and all that stuff, he's already, Casey and he are already, we're doing a side book, a prequel story that's going to come out between books 2 and 3. And so we were, Casey came up with the plot, and he and I worked on that together. And now he's running with the ball on that book, and we'll get, Adam's going to be doing the interiors on that story. So, and that'll actually be a black and white book. We're going to do that black and white because I think it's going to look good for Adam. I think it's going to show the best that Adam can do. And then, and also it is a prequel story. And so I think, doing it in black and white kind of
sets the tone.
Gives that vibe. Yeah. Excuse me. I do an overlay on all my pages with a piece of parchment paper. Every page that I do in the book, there's a parchment page that's been put over the top of it. So and so I maybe we'll try that with his stuff. If it doesn't look good, we won't use it, but
Yeah.
but I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to evoke a mood with this story, with this book. And I mean, and Adam's sensibilities with his artwork, it's incredible. And he's just, as he's put to me, I mean, we've developed a friendship over the last year. He, me, and Casey, we do Zooms together on like a Saturday morning and talk through things that we're working on. He's going to be in Baltimore at my table with me at Baltimore Comic Con. He lives up in Maine, so he's going to come down for that. So it'll be the two of us hanging out. And then, with the rest of the guys, I mean, Chris and Dennis and Jason and Jerry will all be right near each other. D and is going to be over on the other side, not too far away. There's going to be, I mean, just so many people going to be at that convention. It's going to be awesome. But the fact that I get to hang out with Adam and get to shake his hand and give him the bro hug, and just be able to, I'm taken out for dinner and just say thanks for everything he's done. Because as he says, he's like, I'm team BFKK all the way, dude. And I'm like, man, that's just incredible. So he's on the team. So yeah, I mean, we're built a neat little team between myself and Casey and Adam so far, and looking forward to the cool things we're going to do together. So it's pretty great.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. I didn't even know you were doing a side book, but so that'll be like an issue 0 of Bigfoot Knows Karate in a way.
Not a 0, yeah, not a 0, because there's going to be a few of these. Okay, we want to be able to explore. We want to be able to explore different things. The character has a very rich history. I can't imagine that Bigfoot's 30 years old. I think he's probably lived a long time, and so there's a lot of backstory there that we want to get into, and we introduce a lot of new characters in issue 2. A couple that you saw at the end of the first issue, and then a hell of a lot more. We've got humans and cryptids and kaiju and all this stuff. So it's pretty neat. I mean, it is definitely pretty neat. And I've got on my website too, on bigfootknowskarate.com, there's actually a trailer for that you can check out on the site, and there's some extra, a little bit of extra art on there, I think. But yeah, it's just been a really good time for sure doing this comic. It's been the dream project, to be perfectly honest with you. When you're used to doing a comic with a dude who's got a rubber on his head, you get a lot of people like roll their eyes and snicker and sneer. And so for somebody to actually be into what I'm working on, that's so cool. So I mean, hell, dude, I used to give out rubbers with my website on them, at conventions. I had a bowl of condoms on the table. So
you know what, man? Promotion. That's doesn't matter how you do it. Promotion is promotion.
It's all about the marketing, baby. It's all about the marketing.
Yeah. That's some fucking fantastic marketing, if you ask me. Actually,
I used to have guys come. Yeah. I used to have guys come over to my table on a Friday and on a Friday afternoon, and then come thank me on Saturday morning. I'm like, you're welcome, dude. I hope it worked out well for you. So,
So yeah, so guys, if you want to check Dan out, you come across, this is what his his Instagram looks like. It's got all the awesome Bigfoot Knows Karate stuff, and
there's Adam's cover right there. If you scroll down real quick, there's Adam's cover right there. Yep, click on that.
Oh damn!
There it is.
Fuck, he's going full World of Warcraft on this, hasn't he? Wow,
it's pretty amazing. Yeah, it's pretty neat.
Are you guys going to color this one, or is this just going to stay black and white?
Black and white.
I was going to say that doesn't need to be touched. That's perfect.
Yeah, Adam always says to me that he wants me to color one of his pages, and I always say to him, "You're absolutely insane." I mean, that would be so much time in Photoshop messing with that, but it would be, but I don't think I could do him justice. I think his work is incredible as it is.
I was just going to say some sort of art like this, you'd seek out a professional colorist, wouldn't you? And you just fork out for it.
Oh yeah, No, we've interviewed a few of them actually.
Yeah,
We've done. Yeah, we just haven't found the right person yet, to be honest.
that is
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yep. And then
Well
if
done,
you go
Adam.
back, up to the one right above it, above where you were, that one, the blue fella to the right. Oh, that's the video. Um, the one to the
This one
right
here.
though, you know, one more over or two more over. That one. That's Jevin Loop's cover for this issue.
That's pretty cool. I like that. I like
Yeah.
Jevin's art. He's got a really cool cartoony style. Like that's really mad. He does the
Nuke
Atomic
Rooster.
Rooster, Nuke Rooster.
Nuke
Yeah,
Rooster. Yeah.
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 That's awesome. Yeah,
So
he's
that's
done well here.
Jevin's cover, and that the characters on that cover are that's Thermonucleodon, and then the little guy down there is a Chupacabra with a shotgun. So
I like that. That's pretty cool.
yeah, and then if you go back out to my feed, I can show you the fourth cover. Go down. All right, keep going. That's Dennis's to the right there, the Frank Miller
That one
piece.
there. Yeah, that was
Yeah,
he done well on that. He's so good
gorgeous.
with his homages, isn't he?
So good with his homages. Oh my god, they're amazing. Scroll down and then see
It's,
that one more row down to the right. That purple one to the right. Up, nope. Yeah, that one right there. And that's the
yeah,
Virgin variant for the regular edition. That's Zip Alegria.
that's awesome. I like that.
Yeah, Zip's amazing. I've known Zip 10 years now, man. He's
You'll be getting
absolutely
a follow.
incredible.
No, that's awesome.
And then my regular covers down there. Let me see that right there in the middle.
I was just
The
gonna
black cover with
say
the red.
that would be my favorite. I'd say. I don't know. I just love that. It's just the black on the red. That I'm not just kissing your ass, man. That's my favorite cover. I like that. That's
Thank
mad.
you so much. Thank you.
Yeah. That suits it.
I did 3 covers trying to get this right, and I did 3 different covers trying to get it right, and I think that one was probably the best one. So,
Nah, you nailed this one, mate. Absolutely nailed it.
thanks, man.
Well
So
done.
yeah, that's
guys, this is Dan's page, and get all the good Bigfoot knows karate goodness in that. And if you click on the link tree here, that'll bring you through to this, and this is where we get all of his stuff. Like this is the free issue for the first one. If you want to read that to get on board for the second one, there's the pre-launch page, which is I think it's here. Yep, that's that one there. So it takes you to everything, and he's even got the
if you go to the website, you can see the trailer. Just up a couple, yeah. Or what are you looking for?
Website. There we are. Bang.
There we
Sorry,
are.
man. I'm a dumbass.
Yeah.
I'm such a dumbass.
No, you're wonderful, dude. You're doing a great job. So don't even sweat that. Yeah. So the trailer's right there underneath. That's the Kickstarter. Go down. Keep going. There you go. Right there. Yep.
All right.
And it's no Jerry E4 Jerry, man.
You can't hear that music, can you?
Nah.
Damn.
Nah.
I gotta work this out.
No, don't sweat it.
What happens if I take this off? Okay. Nah.
Yeah, I can hear it barely, but I can hear it.
Technical issues. Always technical issues.
No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I'll just go to BigfootKnowsKarate.com. You can check it all out there for sure. I give you major credit. I couldn't handle doing all the StreamYard stuff, so.
Bluetooth devices.
Morning, Jerry. How are you, sir? You need to get in here. There's a link in the StreamYard link that Jack sent to us a little while ago over Instagram. You should jump in. Or you're getting ready to leave for a trip tomorrow, aren't you? You're like, yeah, but you should come in.
Now I can't hear a thing.
Can you not hear me? All right. Well, Jack can't hear anything. I'll stretch for y'all. Here we go. So, all right. So, there was a walrus and a carpenter. No, I don't know that. Okay. In the meantime, I will say this. Not only is Bigfoot Knows Karate launching on October 12th, but Crit from Homebrew Comics, Christopher Michael, is launching his campaign on the exact same time. So we are going to be doing an Instagram live that night where you can check out where we're going to do an Instagram live. We're going to launch our books at the same time, and come hang out with us on Instagram that night. It's going to be a lot of fun. Casey Allen, my co-writer, will be on there for a while. I'm sure there will be a bunch of cats from the SSB that are going to be on there that night. We're going to invite a bunch of different artists and creators and writers to come out and hang out with us. You know, a little bit here and a little bit there. So you get to see a whole bunch of people all in one evening, and then you get to hear, you know, Chris and myself crack up and have a good time as well, and get to check out the comics. I mean, we've got some really good stuff that we're doing. Hey, Jack, can you hear me, bud?
Yeah, I'm back. I think I've worked it out now. Tell me if you can hear this.
Yeah. I was stretching for you, dude. I was covering.
You're a good man. I'm sorry, man. Like I said,
no, you're good.
Let's see if this
you're great,
works.
Dude. All right, and take the timeline back. I can't hear it though. Let's see.
Still can't hear it.
No. It's all right.
That's annoying.
Just look at the pretty pictures.
Yeah, let's look at the pretty pictures.
There you go.
I am gonna work this stuff out. I will add it somehow. Sure. I'll add it to the channel or something so you guys can see it all. But yeah, for some reason I can't share the bloody music that goes with it.
Can I share on my screen?
Yeah, how do I allow you to share?
Here, let me see something real quick.
I'm gonna stop this screen.
If it'll let me. Okay, hold on a second. Yeah. Here, let me do this real quick. Let me go to my website. I'm all typing in the word website. That's not going to get me very far. Bigfoot. That's not going to do us very good. Let me.
Jerry's here.
Try this real
friend
quick.
from E4 Comics.
Yeah, I saw him in the. Okay, now. Give me 1 second. Okay, now. StreamYard, present, share screen. Oh, hold on, I'm gonna. Do something. Oh, hold on. Be careful sharing screen. Got it. Okay. All right. You got to let my screen into the show.
Okay. How do I do that?
Okay. It's like the way it's in the green room right now.
Where's that? Oh, okay. Yeah. Add the stream. Bang. Done.
Yep. Okay. Hold on. Let me get over here. Okay. Stop the madness. Bring it back. Pump it up. Here we go. Can you hear it? Oh. There we go.
I can hear that now, yep.
That's it. Now, how do I get out of this? There you go. Oh, stop.
I should hire you to be my audio man.
Yeah. Anyway, it was no Elements promo, but that was my little video for this one.
Well done, man. Like I said, that's another thing I like to see when I go to a Kickstarter. If they put a time into a trailer, it goes a long way. But yeah, like I'm really pissed off that I don't know how to how to share shit. It's really annoying.
Share the audio. So when you go to
Yeah.
like it said there was a thing in the preset when I in the present button where it actually said share system audio. So maybe you just have to do that when you're sharing the screen. Like get out of the screen share real quick and then go in there, and then when you pick the screen, look and see if there says share system audio. Try that out.
Share screen. Yeah, there you go, Jack, you dickhead.
All right.
It's there. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Right, yeah.
So thank you, Jerry. So show Jerry's thing. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that now. We'll go back to that now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna jump into
I gotta see it again.
It'll go bang there. Okay. Now that our boy Jerry is in the private chat now.
There you go.
In the regular chat, sorry. There he is. Our boy Jerry's here.
Good to see you, Jerry. You're doing good, man. We were looking at your campaign a moment. It's 7:39. Yeah, you're welcome, buddy.
Okay, so we jump into here. Jump in. Just before we start, you can hear that, right?
No, not yet.
Oh, God. So this shits me. This really shits me. Stop screen. Give me a sec. Bear with me again.
Yeah.
This is so unprofessional, guys. I really am sorry. Share tab audio. Yes, please. Bang. Come through.
There you go.
Again. All right.
Yeah,
okay. All right.
You got
We're gonna take 18, guys, of the of the Elements trailer. We're gonna run this from the top right now. Check this out. This is what we've been talking about. Now you can actually get to hear it.
I'm in my element. I'm who my brother said. Lightning, wind, fire, water, they gon' let us in. And when we enter, we prepare for the combat. Get the W word declared, he know we on that. Together reach 10-300, who 4 brothers. Lightning travels through water, wind, spread fire. Elementary, how the elements be our destiny. Expect my brother, best believe I'm bringing destiny. We fight each other, train together, bleed together, crush them dead, try to get us. You ain't ready to meet the brothers. We ain't you the son, what you doing, son? Move for you, catch the bitch we be doing, so do some. I tried to warn him, had to show him, now we wanna on him. Believe my in the element, don't need to sneak up on him. Play with fire, get burned, don't be shocked when you learn we got rid of your brain, you overturn. 4 brothers that build a bond as authors. With they fighting ability, battlegrounds are they office. Clever down, ready for war. Training for days upon days, you know they ready for more. The superhuman powers could bury any of y'all. They all about that action, quiet, plenty of talk. Painting a masterpiece, martial artist Picasso. Take them out the villain with skills, you know they got those. It's more than blood, it's more than heart. I can't explain, where should I start? It's about to can't replace, better know the face. You'll never go through battle alone. I'm on the way. Meditation for the mind that's listening to angels sing. Throwing the bitches out the way, but I have to stick with each other. We train to make our brothers live another day. Make my brothers live another day. We on that. We on that. We on that. We on that. We on that.
So yeah, that's that awesome trailer we've been talking about the whole time that I botched off the beginning. But yeah, that was just, I can't get over how well done that was. Thanks for helping me with that audio there, Dan. You're on mute, brother.
It's so freaking good, dude. It's so good.
I can't get over how well that was done. Like, credit to you and your team, Jerry. Like, you put together an absolute masterpiece there, man. Well done.
Pro. Absolutely fucking pro, dude. I'm so impressed. Am I even supposed to be cussing on here, Jack? Yeah.
No, you know me, man. I can't go more than, a couple sentences without dropping the F-bomb or something. So
well, you've been good so far, so I had to make sure because I've been dropping them left and right and realized I didn't ask if that was okay or not.
When I've got good company, I'm pretty tame. But when I've got Luke on here, it's open slather. We just turn into dickheads. So,
All right, fair.
but yeah, man,
You're
no,
welcome, Jerry.
that's
It's amazing.
yeah, man. Like Jerry Dunce, I mean, credit to yourself. You and your team, um, absolutely awesome. Like, and yeah, you have got 12, 20 in Australian money, mate.
You're rich in Australia, dude. That's awesome.
That could get you multiple packs of cigarettes and multiple slabs of beer. So good job, mate. It's a good day at the pub.
It's a good day at the pub.
Man.
Nice.
Yeah. So we've been going through a couple of Kickstarters. So we've been through the elements. We've touched a little bit on the Bigfoot Knows Karate, and you are also doing a double launch. Am I correct in hearing that?
Yes.
Who are you launching with?
You may know him. His name's Christopher Michael of Homebrewed Comics. He's a member of y'all's Savage Sandbox, and it's going to be amazing because Chris is awesome. I mean, Chris is absolutely awesome. His mind for marketing and his passion for making his book and the process in which he makes his comic is so unique. And we're gonna have a lot of fun with this on the 12th. We really are. He and I just kind of we've over the last year we've just become chums, and just we'll message with each other, talk every once in a while, and just talk about comics and how to get the word out there and that sort of thing. And I've learned a lot from him. Maybe he's learned a couple of things from me. I don't know, but I've learned a lot from him, and just yeah. So this should be a really good time for sure. Should be a really good
100%.
time.
I do know this fella pretty well, but he's I mean, no disrespect to anybody else in the indie comics community or anything like that, but I personally have never met a more hardworking individual than Chris. Like, he legitimately handled. Honestly, I don't want to get in trouble for saying this, but with the SSB, I think the guy is the genuine, like the backbone of the SSB. Like, we wouldn't be standing without him. I mean, you've got Jason, the heart and the soul of the joint, and Jerry is the legs that walk us and all that, and a lot of other boys that make up the rest of it. But Chris is the genuine backbone that holds up the SSB. He what he's done for me personally has been I don't know how I'll ever be able to repay everything he's done for me to begin with, but yeah, he pretty much letters all of our books. He leads from the front with his promotion. He's always on different live streams and always trying to spread the word. And credit to him, all the success that he's got, it's off the back of himself. Whether he was with the SSB or not, I think Chris would be where he is right now. His drive and his dedication to his craft is it's admirable. He's fantastic. And guys, if you get the chance, not if you get the chance, just fucking do it. All right. Hit the notify me on launch button. He's at 61 followers at the moment. We got to try and get that to 100, maybe beyond.
You gotta click the button for him, dude.
Yeah. This is I'm not logged in at the moment. I've got 2 accounts, and I'm pretty sure I'm 60 and 61. I've got 2 accounts, so I followed on both accounts. But I'm not logged in at the moment. But oh no, I am logged in. Now you got 62. That's my other account.
There you go.
There you go. That's how you do it, guys. It's as simple as that. It's just like that. It's as simple as that. You click that button and it goes all the way for the creators of the books and the comics. So yeah, this is Chris. This is book number. He's gonna kill me because I should know this. I've got everything. It's book number 6.
It's 6. Yeah.
So yeah, book's number 6 coming out of the Crit story. So he just finished the arc of his first book. He's jumping into the next arc now, and it's to guys that aren't familiar with it. It's Dan touched on it a little bit just then. The way he creates this book is him and his friends sit around, and it comes straight out of a Dungeons and Dragons role playing game that they do. So everything that happens in the book, it's not manufactured. It's through chance and what the players what the dice they roll and the moves they make. So it's there's no guarantee that he's got I think it's like a 72 issue plan for this book. There's no guarantee that these characters will be there. At the end, they could die. They could do. I'm not familiar too much with D&D, but I understand that it's just as much a game of chance as anything. So yeah, it's a very unique way of creating a book. But yeah, he's got an amazing. Already got quite a substantial catalog behind him. Again, we click on his link tree, we come through. He's got a website. You can check everything out that he has there. Dude's even got a wiki fandom. Like, he's even got like a wiki for his characters. That's just, it's insane. You know what I mean? Like, he's got so much to back all this stuff up. Like I said, I don't think there's a harder working man in indie comics than this guy. He has everything. So, yeah, you got to check that book out as well. You're launching with him on the 12th. Have you got anything big planned for that?
I believe we got a couple little giveaway things that we're going to be doing that night. The other cool thing is we're doing, if you back his book and back my book, then there's going to be a art print that's going to come out that features Caliber from Crit and Bigfoot Knows Karate. And it was drawn by a guy Dennis Valencia, and I don't know if have you seen it yet?
No, I haven't seen it yet. No, I haven't seen it, but I've heard about it.
I've seen a little chunk of it, and holy crap, it's cool. I mean, it really is cool. Dennis nails it with those homages, like you said before, and this homage is no different. It's really incredible. So
yeah, no,
I'm excited.
Dennis is the king of homages.
Dennis, man, you know what? Like, you were talking about like attributes of the guys in the SSB crew. Y'all got a great crew, and I mean a group that I just have just a ton of respect for. You guys push each other, and and it's incredible watching how all of y'all interact and how supportive you guys are of each other. It's really amazing. I have a lot of respect for y'all. But Dennis, man, he's that guy's got like just a good soul and a good heart, and just loves making comics and loves working, doing things for other creators, and will just surprise you every once in a while. Hey man, I made this for you, and you're like, oh my God. I mean, like when we saw each other in DC for AwesomeCon, he showed up and he's like, here you go. And he gave me a print that he did. He'd sent me the artwork, 9 months before or something like that. He gave it to me in a frame. I was like, who are you, man? I mean, seriously, you're incredible. I bought him a bagel, or tried to. He didn't even want the bagel. I mean, that's what I'm good for. I was like, you want a bagel for breakfast? No, I'm good. Here's some artwork. I'm just like, you're incredible, dude. He's a good guy. And I look forward to having him on a Bigfoot Knows Karate cover in the near future. So, because dude, I mean, come on, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. So, yeah, really excited about just knowing him, and just all the cool stuff that he puts out into the universe, for sure.
No, you're 100% correct, man. Dennis is just, I think that the mainstream comic industry could do with a few Dennis Valencias in their ranks. Guys that just want to produce good artwork, good quality stuff, and genuinely enjoys it. No bullshit, no nonsense. He just does it, and he does it for the love of it. And yeah, we don't even need to talk about the quality. The quality is just always, Dennis Valencia. Like, he has his own ranking. Like, that's Dennis Valencia quality work. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. Like, yeah, all those boys.
He's an artist.
100%. Yeah, I like that you use that on that terminology yesterday on the live stream, man. When you said that, I was just like, that's exactly what Dennis is. He's an artist. That's right.
He's an artist. He's something else, dude. I mean, we should all strive to be that good, 100%. I mean, seriously. 100%. Yeah, he's got a whole look to himself, and it really rocks.
I think he's done everything, heaps of like covers for at least everybody I know now. He's done a cover for everybody, and just the guy, he really has earned the the hashtag Team No Sleep. Like, I don't know how he gets it all done. And I just want to give a shout out to Dennis right now as well. He's been laid out for the past couple of months. He's a bit crook. He's a bit sick at the moment, so he's battling his own demons at the moment. But the guy's still working. You know what I mean? The guy doesn't stop. So I just again, like, I mean no disrespect when I spoke about Chris, but I hold a lot of people in high regard. Dennis is definitely one of them.
Absolutely. There's just some people in the indie comics world that, when you know the goods, you know the goods.
And you know what?
Yeah. Oh, you're breaking up.
100%.
Yeah, I lost you for just a second there.
My internet's about to shit itself. My bad, man.
Oh, you're good. But yeah, no. But the Crit book, I love that they're going to be in a coffee shop. They own a coffee shop in this next issue. And that's just amazing. That's just a great little twist and turn. So the comedy in that book is great, and it really does have that Bruckheimer action adventure comedy feel to it.
No, definitely, you're right. That's one thing I will tip my hat to Chris as well. The way he's managed to keep that. That's a very kid friendly book. You know what I mean? Like that can go to all different audiences. I can't personally say that my book is, my book's, it's for adults, it's not for, I wouldn't recommend kids read it, you know what I mean? But Chris is perfect. Like, he's got this book here where it can reach all audiences. Like, I'm an adult and I can sit there and laugh along with it. And you just know kids would laugh their ass off at some of the shit Caliber gets up to. And it's a genuinely good product. Like, that's what I'll say. Break it down to its core elements. Crit is just a genuinely good product. Like, it's gold.
Yeah, and Chris's artwork has gotten better and better and better every issue.
Oh, hasn't it? That's the perfect example of I think that what Jim Lee say, 10,000 hours. You know what I mean? You're mastering your craft. You got to practice every day, and you can see the progression. It's daylight between the first issue and this one. Like, he's been showing me pages from this new book, and he's actually coloring this book himself as well. Funnily enough, he's doing it all himself. Like, and that's it's stellar. It's fantastic.
No disrespect. Yeah, no disrespect to his previous colorist, but Chris is kicking ass on this thing. I mean, the 100%. Artwork, the color is great. I mean, like, I know he was nervous to get into the coloring aspect, but I don't know why, because I mean, it's beautiful. 100%. It's absolutely beautiful.
I think Chris is one of those guys that he can do a lot of shit, but he doesn't want to show it off until it's at his standard of good, if you know what I mean. Like, I'm trying to put it in a way. It's like he's like, I call it the Todd McFarlane effect. Todd McFarlane never puts out shit work. So Chris might have been, doing this good coloring for years now, but he's only showing off now because he thinks he's ready. So look, the guy just amazes me with every piece he brings out. Like, it's just the last book, it was like, wow. And then he comes out and says he's coloring this book himself. Like, he's self-sustainable now. He pencils, inks, colors, letters, everything himself. Like, and going forward, that I'm sure, and I've spoken to him about it as well, that's where I want to be at as well, because it takes a massive weight off your shoulders. It's like you're not worrying about what everyone else, like, whether it's going to come in or not, this or that. You're in control of your own timeline. So what you say goes, sort of thing, and I admire that, and that's kind of where I want to be at as well. And you as well, like, you do your own book yourself. How much of it is a weight off your shoulders, knowing that the success and the what's the word? I'm trying to look for the word. The punctualness, we'll just use that, of your book depends on you know what I mean? There's no outside factors. It's just you.
If it's a success or a failure, it's on my shoulders. You know what I mean? Like, I've got Casey, but on the writing side with me, but and he's there every step of the way. Anything I need along the way, you know, we're always talking, we're always working together. But no, in terms of like the artwork and the colors and the lettering and the book production and the marketing, you know, that's all me. You know, I mean, and not slagging on Casey at all. I mean, he does a lot of great stuff, but it's like you know, I mean, that's look, my day job is in marketing and advertising. That's what I do, you know, so it would make sense that I do a lot of that type of stuff. You know, the artwork and the, you know, as Casey says, he can't draw a stick figure, although he can. I've seen him draw a few couple things. It's pretty good. But like, well, it is. But no, for me, you know, yeah, you have no one to blame but yourself if anything goes wrong when you're, you know, in that situation, you know. And it's so that's a big kick in the ass at all times. I'm always trying to, you know, balance, you know, find that work life balance, you know, which you know, between, you know, full-time job and then what we do here in comics, and then, you know, time with the wife and the kids and all that stuff like that. It's, you know, it's a challenge. So I wake up at like 5 o'clock in the morning so I can draw. You know, that's the time that I can get my 2 hours in minimum a day, you know, to get some stuff done. And then, you know, and then take time in the evenings on the weekends. So you just got to make it work. And I don't know that I could relinquish the colors to the book. Like I said earlier, I like to color myself because I know what I want it to look like aesthetically. And if I had a colorist with me, I'd fire them, not because they were bad, you know, just because I couldn't do it
your
myself.
vision on the page.
Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't be good for them. Morgan says, "Let's go, Jack." All right, Morgan.
Hey, Morgan. So, I used to go to school, Morgan. How you doing, brother? Yeah, like it's a double-sided coin, isn't it? Like it's, you know, inking and drawing the book in itself is a major task. That's what takes up most of my time, is drawing it. And then the fact that I want to color it as well. Look, I want to eventually be self-sustainable like yourself and Chris. I think that's going forward. That's the best business model. Like I said, I learned a lot from my first campaign. You know, like a lot of hiccups and all that sort of stuff, where if I just kind of did it myself, I think taking nothing away from anybody else at all. Like I can't think, like, well, Chris doesn't even come into it because Chris does everything quick, but my colorist, Nathan, like he done a great job, done a fantastic job. You know what I mean? But, you know, if like I know if I was doing it, I'd be able to update the Kickstarter to my, you know, it's just you have complete control. And I am so excited, absolutely so damn excited to have my new colorist on this next book. I think she is just going to absolutely take the book to another level, and I'm really excited for it.
Oh, awesome.
And that's the part that I will eventually miss, is working with the outside, you know, collaborators and that, but also being self-sustainable. I think it's just, like I said, I've spoken to Chris about it quite a bit. As good as it is working with other people and all that, I think being self-sustainable is the best business model moving forward. And yeah, like I have a plan personally where if I can establish Cult enough so that starts making some good money, the excess money that's made off a Cult, I can hire an outside team to do a spin-off book, or like you're doing with Adam and who's the other guy doing the book with Adam and Casey?
Casey Allen,
your partner Casey, doing that book, I'll be able to eventually do that where that's their thing. But moving forward, I'm really trying to make Cult my own thing. Like I said, I just think that's the best business model moving forward. Like, you know, like you said, the success or the failures of the campaign, you can't blame anybody else but yourself.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
You know, I mean, look at Eric Larson. I mean, he's done over 300 issues of Savage Dragon. You know, he started off with colorists and letterers, and then he moved over to, he letters himself, he colors himself, he does the whole damn thing. You know, that there's a lot of respect there for that, for sure.
100%.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's over 300 issues. He's done a fantastic job, man, considering, you know, you got on the other side of that building, you've got Todd McFarlane. What's he up to, issue 350 or something of Spawn? But he hasn't really no disrespect to Todd McFarlane. He's my favorite. He's my favorite. He's the reason I'm in comics. You know what I mean? That guy.
Okay.
But he hasn't really touched a book in years, has he? You know what I mean?
No, he did covers on Gunslinger Spawn and stuff like that when that came out. But McFarlane is smarter than everyone. Okay, I mean, McFarlane is a businessman. He's a great artist, and we all respect his work because he's groundbreaking as shit, and he's incredible.
Mm-hmm.
But McFarlane knew where the money was. I mean, he's a businessman. He took his property and turned it into toys, and then he turned it into toys for everyone. Hell, Marvel and DC do toys through McFarlane now. I mean, that's incredible when you see DC lines coming with McFarlane toy stamps on them. I mean, I'm not a toy guy, but my God, that when I do see them, I'm always blown away by what McFarlane Toys comes up with next.
Mm-hmm.
It's always incredible. And then I mean, what he made his movie back in the '90s or whatever it was, and then he had the TV show on HBO, the cartoon. That was really cool. And there's
that stands up, man.
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, like I liked that one a lot. My favorite of that time period cartoons was definitely the Max. I thought the Max on HBO or on MTV was incredible. I mean, that's amazing stuff. But Mark McFarlane, he saw the writing on the walls and knew where the money was, and so he gets my respect. Yes, he's an amazing artist, that's for sure. But he gets my respect for his business acumen and how to make an empire out of one character.
Yeah, exactly. That's the word I was going to use. He's created a dead set empire. He's just created this. I've watched pretty much every single documentary he's ever done on YouTube. You know what I mean? And he said he considers himself like in the comic industry, like he refers to the Three Little Pigs. He's not the one making the straw house or the stick house. He was the one making the brick house, And he had his 4 pillars. One was comics, the other one was toys, the other one was movies, and so on and so forth, video games and stuff like that. And he credits him, he's done that. So if the comics were to fold, if comics tomorrow were to just shit the bed and not make them anymore, which is probably what the mainstream's looking at in the next couple of years, I can see DC and Marvel kind of shutting their doors to the comics and licensing their IPs out to other people to create, you know what I mean? Just to that's what I can see happening. It may not happen, but that's just the way I see it happening. If that was to fold, he'd still be at the top of the game because, like you said, he's still got the toys. He's got the new movie coming out soon. He just released some new news about that, which I'm very excited for because I like the direction he's going with that. He says he's going with like a real horror movie sort of vibe with it, which is fucking great for that character. I think it's really good.
Oh yeah, and, it needs the horrific.
Yeah, well, he said he described it. He said he wanted it to be like Jaws. You didn't see Bruce the shark until like 3/4 of the way through the movie. You know what I mean? I think that's pretty cool for for Spawn. You just see the cape sort of thing. You'll see the chains, and then when the shit hits the fan, then you'll actually see him. And I think that's really cool.
Is the shark named Bruce?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they call it Bruce the Shark. Yeah, well, here in Australia, that's
what
they
really.
Anyway, yeah,
that's hilarious.
Yeah,
that's amazing, Bruce.
Yeah, like that's the process going with, which I'm very excited for. But yeah, he's set up, man. That guy, the comics could die. There's a reason. I think there's a reason why DC have approached him to like kind of do stuff with their comic books because I think he's just got that business factor. You know what I mean? The guy. I don't think the guy will. He's set himself up for I don't think the guy can fail unless he was to come out and say some really obscene shit and get cancelled and whatnot. But he's just like you said, he is like a world-class businessman. He had something that the rest of those image guys just didn't have.
Yep. Oh yeah. No, he was. No offense to any of them. I mean, Jim Lee's no idiot. You know what I mean? And
absolute legends.
Yeah. Yeah. And Eric Larson's no idiot. And freaking who else? What is it? Jim Valentino. That's not an idiot. Silvestri, not an idiot.
No.
But McFarlane is cut above.
Yeah. No, he's 3 steps ahead of everybody else in the room. The guy's just something about him. He's just wired differently, and it shows. Look at his empire he's got, and look at poor Jim Lee looking like he's going to get shifted out the back door at DC. You know, like it's not going well for them over there. You know what I mean?
Man, I mean, look, I'm no analyst in the world of comics, but I can see what the hell's going on at the same time. And I think what happens is with comics are cyclical, number one, and number two, they're generational. And yes, print media is, a lot of it's going away. If you were a kid today, what would you rather do? Read a comic book or go play the video game that goes with the character? I mean,
Good call.
I've always stood there's a lot of people who have a lot of theories about why the comic industry is, shrinking, but I will always attribute it to video games. Hands down, bottom line, the day that the home console got good, where you could make a video game, a comic book quality game, then there was no reason for people to get excited about them anymore. Silvestri is doing that Batman book, and he's been working on 24. It looks great. Right on. Silvestri is incredible.
Yeah.
But there's, like I said, there's a lot of reasons that people like to point fingers to what's wrong with the industry. But I think a lot of people forget comics are for freaking kids, and they're written for the generation of children that are coming up. And I think, you get a lot of older readers who like, well, that's not the character that I knew. Dude, I mean, look, I'm 46 years old. Okay. Like, I mean, I let go of mainstream comics years ago for a lot of reasons, but one of them is they're not writing it for me anymore. The stories have become so convoluted with all the, 19 different Spider-Men running around, and you got Green Lanterns, Red Lanterns, Yellow Lanterns, Blue Lanterns, Polka Dot Lanterns. I mean, there's so much. You can always tell when a company is having a hard time with their product line when they start making things in multiple colors. Okay, Apple's notorious for doing that with their iPhones. They're like, okay, we're running out of iPods. Let's just make a bunch of colors of iPods. Or let's make iMac computers that are all in different colors. The same thing. That's what I attributed to because I was reading DC for a while there years ago, when like Brightest Day and the Sinestro Corps War and all that stuff. It was great stuff. I mean, it really was amazing work. And then, I mean, Doug Mankey is just an incredible artist. I'm just a huge fan of his. But and whoever was writing it, good work. I mean, it was all good. And then they started coming out with all these different color lanterns, and I just blew me away. Like, I mean, like you had something and now you've watered it down so much. And these comic book, I know I'm ranting right now, but these when you look at these DC movies, they're just trying so hard to do what Marvel's doing, but like rooting it in this darkness and this, sadness that, this serious tone that Marvel does not have. I mean, their movies emulate their comic books, and they're funky and funny and goofy and, hilarious and all that other stuff mixed in with the action and the adventure and that sort of thing. I think DC just, Marvel's lucky to be owned by Disney because they understand creativity. DC's owned by Time Warner, and which now just got merged with Discovery and all that, and they're cutting budgets left and right. And it's like the writing is on the wall for DC, sadly, because the more and more corporate entities that buy that keeps getting swallowed, that company keeps getting swallowed up by, the less important it is. As long as they can cull the stories to make movies, they got something, and there's a lot more money in movies than there ever will be in comic books. But comics are where the modern legends, the modern, the Greek, like Greek gods before them, these are the next tall tales and heroes that they're just turn them from comic books to movie form. And I think that the dollars and cents guys at these larger companies seem to forget that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that was a really long answer to your question.
That was a fantastic take, because it's on the complete opposite side of the fence to what I'm usually preaching on, and it's a perfectly valid fantastic take on what you think is going on. You know what I mean? And that's honestly that's why I like to do these streams, to get different takes on things. Like, you know, I personally love those DC movies. You know what I mean? And all
Sure.
that, and it's taste. You know, everyone's got different tastes, and that's
Of
why
course.
we have so many different variations of comic books and that. And I personally love what Ethan Van Sciver did when he came on and made all the different lanterns. I think it added dimension to the story and all this sort of thing. But I understand exactly where you're coming from. Like, you could kind of see that Green Lantern was kind of in the shitter, and it's like, well, we got to fucking do something here. And then, you know, some guy comes along and goes, we'll do that. But, I 100% agree with you. I just think that they really kind of need, if they want the comic books to survive, and me personally, I don't care if the mainstream tanks, because it just gives us our chance to rise and elevate, which it doesn't bother me. It'd be sad to see
not even a little
like Batman, and that's it. It does us favors, but I really do think they need to look after their comic books, because honestly, I think the phase that we're going through now, from like 2008 to like kind of now, and only a couple more years beyond now, is like a flavor of the month sort of thing. I think there's just such an oversaturation of comic book stuff that's out there right now. Eventually people are just going to get sick of it, and the movies will turn into TV series, and the TV series will turn into, you know, it'll all revert back to the Saturday morning cartoon. That's all you'll see again, because I think there's just that much of it now. You know, like every time you go to the movies, every month there's a new fucking Marvel DC movie out. You know, I think in the next couple of months, I think we've got like Black Adam, and then a couple of other ones. It's just such an oversaturation of these big, you know, superhero movies. Eventually, people are just going to get sick of it and stop watching. Yeah, I remember for a bit there was Thor, Doctor Strange, something else in between there, and I was like, yeah, I don't think I'll watch that one, or I might go to watch that one. So it's okay, you know, there's just that much of them, you know, you just can't keep up with the shit, you know what I mean? So I really do hope that they kind of start taking their comic books a little bit more, you know, seriously, and stop. And remember, like you said, probably start remembering who comic books are for. And it's essentially, it's kids. I saw this, and I shared it to my story. It was one of the most fucking beautiful things I've ever seen in my life. They were at Disneyland or something here in Australia. And a father's walking along with his little kid. He's in and he starts getting really excited. He goes, there he is, and it's Spider-Man. And the kid was just so excited, you know, to see Spider-Man and Spider-Man doing flips and stuff like that. It made his day, right? I don't think that little kid needs to care about, you know, who Spider-Man's sleeping with, or who, you know, who he's voting for to be in Congress or whatever. We don't need to be putting that shit. We just got to remember that comic books are for kids, and that you just kind of want to see good guys versus bad guys, and that's what made them, you know, it's what made them popular. You know what I mean? I think they just kind of need to stop pushing their bullshit, you know, try and put political agenda in our faces. You know what I mean? I think they just need to kind of take it back and make it about the characters, not so much their stuff.
Well, I'll put it like this. Remember, Captain America #1 saw Hitler getting punched in the fucking face. And you know what? That's you know, you can call that a political agenda. I just like people who punch Nazis personally. You know, 100%. Thing about it is that, you know, we got to change with the times. You know, it's just one of those things that happens. And there is the beautiful part about it is that there, you know, I don't get into Marvel and DC for my reason of I've seen it already. I've seen it already. Like, I mean,
it's just watered. Every stuff they bring out, it's just watered down shit of stuff that was previous.
And it may be good stuff now. You know what I mean? It's just not for me because Batman's 80 years old. Okay, Spider-Man's like 60 years old. These characters have done their job. And like, I mean, I wish Bruce Wayne would die and never come back, because give me something fresh, give me something different. Don't keep, you know what I mean? It's like, and not that I don't like Bruce Wayne. I love Batman. Right? I mean, I love Spider-Man. Okay, but this is what indie's for. This is why we need to be doing what we do, because there is a market there of people who want to read something new, exciting, and different. And if you look at what's happening in Hollywood right now and all the comic books that are getting optioned for TV and movies, it's happening all over the place. Okay, like even Hollywood realizes that there's properties out there that are not Marvel, DC, Disney, whatever. They're not those that can be viable. I mean, Something's Killing the Children. Have you read that yet?
No, I haven't, but I know that is a huge title at Image Comics. Like, I've
Huge.
seen their covers.
Oh,
Their covers are amazing. Like, I've seen their covers.
oh,
They're different. Like, I haven't read it yet. I know that they've been
yeah.
around for quite a while though.
I read the first book, the first collection of that, and I got the second collection recently, so I'm looking forward to checking that out soon. I don't read a lot of I don't read any Marvel and DC. I don't read I read some stuff off the rack. Most of what I read is Kickstarters these days. That's
Same,
where
yeah. I
where
got
I
a
find the
stack on my
excitement.
desk, like
Yeah,
just big, full of like Kickstarter stuff. I get all my
yeah,
apart from Spawn, I'm a weekly Spawn collector.
cool.
You know what I mean?
I I read some of Gunslinger Spawn. I thought that was a lot of fun. I really did. I thought that was a neat little book.
It's still all over there. But yeah, it's all the indie stuff I'm into at the moment. Yeah.
No, yeah. It's I mean, if you want to see something unique and different, go seek it out because it's there for you. I mean, people say that my book's, pretty interesting and unique, and I think that I appreciate that. But then I go see somebody like Wes Hartman who's doing the Savage Sasquatch. I mean, that's so cool. Like a Bigfoot in space. Like, dude, you're badass, Wes. If you're watching this, Wes, let me just say you're a badass. There's just so many neat ideas out there. There's a cat named Anthony Stokes who has a book called Decay. And I mean, that thing is really cool. I don't know. There's just so many of them. There's so many of them. I just love the creativity that comes out of indie comics, and it's indie. So it's like, you're going to see varying degrees of, good and, bad. And you're going to see, some stuff that just, the hype was good on it and then it just falls apart or something like that. And that's okay. Cause you know what? We're all learning and we're all growing.
It's all part of the journey.
It's all part of the journey, and if you don't push forward, you're not going to, you might as well just be going in reverse. And 100%. I love that, I love the people who don't give up. I love that. I am a big believer in I love underdogs, I root for sports teams that never have a chance half the time. And, cause I just love seeing people push themselves harder to get where they need to go. I say I follow sports. Now my team's winning the American League right now, like a Mo. But that's not the point. Go Astros, anyway, so they're an unstoppable force. But I love indie, man. I mean, I love that. Here, let's take this as for example. I love that Jason, decided to make the comic he came up with at 12 years old a reality when he was in his late 40s. I mean, that's what I'm talking about. That's so cool that Chris can make a comic based on his D&D game, or Dennis is doing Celestial Night, a comic he came up with in high school or something like that. I mean, Jerry's doing this book based on his three great friends, brothers, that they've known each other, like our whole damn lives. I mean, I love that. And, I don't have that personal story with Bigfoot Knows Karate. I literally came up with a cool name and worked around that. But but I mean, I did Latex Avenger for years. I did that book, and it was you can do whatever you want in any comics. You want your superhero to wear a rubber on his head, put a rubber on his head. It's so simple. If you, I literally have a character named Kosher the Pig. I mean, come on now, that's not exactly classy, but it works really well. I mean, Manibus, the kaiju pop monster. I literally had a giant bud running around the city, getting people high. I mean, come on, it's indie. You can do that. It's your ability to do so. So, have fun with it. When I got back into comics, I said this probably in about 1 billion podcasts at this point, but when I got back into comics, my wife said to me, she goes, "Why don't you make a comic book? You haven't done one in years." I said, "Okay." I got some ideas brewing. And she's like, "Yeah." She goes, "But you can only do it if you're having fun." because when I left comics the first time, I was so tired, burned out, pissed off. I was owed money, all sorts of things, and so she said, you can only do this if you're having fun. Well, I'm having a blast, right? But there's I have to make sure that is the case, and keep myself free of of the bullshit and the minutia and all of that stuff, so I can focus in on the book that I'm doing and get to meet you guys and hang out and do all the stuff we do. It's fun. That's the thing. It's a good time. And that's what comics should be. In the end of the day, should just be a good time. And it's not some political argument. It's not, we're not always going to agree. We're not always going to agree with what we read, and that's okay. That's okay because it's supposed to make you think. That's supposed to do that. Whether you're reading, Spider-Man or you're reading, I don't know, reading, Finnegan's Wake or something like that. It's supposed to invoke thought, whether you like it or not. That's the thing. Like, take like Tony Soprano. You ever watch The Sopranos back in the day?
No, I haven't, but that is next on my list of shows to watch. I just finished Breaking Bad, and that's the next one I'll go watch, apparently.
Okay. Sopranos is one of my favorite shows of all time. Okay. And you root for this main character, Tony, right? Tony's a bastard. It's like Breaking Bad. It's a fine example. You're rooting for Walter, but Walter's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
He's a piece. He is a power hungry piece of shit by the end of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And Pinkman is with such a little twerp at the beginning, and you have so much empathy for him, and and for him by the end of it, because he's so good. He's such a great. The character's just grown so much. It's pretty incredible. And then you watch a show like Ted Lasso, and it's like, have you seen Ted Lasso yet?
Not yet. Chris is talking to get on that as well. Yeah.
Oh my God, it's so unbelievably positive. But like, my point was that you have these characters that are, just pure evil, Tony, Walter, whatever, and you find reasons to like them and root for them. And I think that, I would never in my life want to hang out with Tony Soprano. I would never in my life want to hang out with Walter White. Ron Swanson from Parks and Rec. Everybody thinks he's amazing, but let me tell you, like, I would never want to spend 5 minutes in a room with the guy, but I watch him all day long on TV. I think that's what the deal is with comics too. It's you're not always going to agree with what the comic said, but if the writing's good, then the writing's good. I don't like, like a lot of people don't like, the new Star Wars movies. The problem is we weren't paid to write them. We weren't paid to direct them. We just have to accept it or not watch it. It's like, it's that simple. I don't watch Marvel movies anymore. I watched the new Batman movie. I thought it was brilliant, but I don't watch DC movies anymore. I just don't, but I love that new Batman movie. I just gave it a shot and was like, oh, this is really good. I'll definitely watch the next one of those. I did a podcast recently, and they wanted me to watch Morbius before the podcast. We could talk about it. Man, that took me 2.5 days to get through that movie. It was so bad. Have you seen that one yet?
No, I haven't seen it.
It's not good.
When the main character, when the main character actor is taking the piss out of the movie, you kind of get the fact that it's not worth watching. So I didn't watch it.
I heard that during the podcast they said that, and I was like, "Oh, really?" So he didn't like it either. Okay, well that's unanimous then. So
there you go. I'm not watching it. If you've got no faith in it, again, if the own guy has no faith in it, why the fuck should I have faith in it? So fuck it. I won't watch
exactly. It. But there's so many good movies out there. There's so much great stuff. What's your favorite comic adaptation to a movie?
Favorite comic adaptation. I can't go past the animated Dark Knight Returns Part 1 and 2. That was
okay with Peter Weller doing Batman, right?
Yeah. That was just that was fantastically done. That was just so. And again, it's probably one of my favorite comic books to read anyway. So I'm kind of biased in it. They really pretty much just dragged it off the paper and threw it on the screen. So
sure,
I really love that. But look, I kind of like all of it, man. I like all of it. It's Yeah, I can't explain. Like, my favorite comic movie of all time is probably that Zack Snyder's cut of the Justice League. Like, I sat through that and I just went, holy shit, this is just fantastic. Because the way I see it, I look at the Man of Steel, Batman vs Superman, and that as one film. Yeah, like one big. It's like, and I just, again, this is just my opinion. I love that so much. I thought that was just. A lot of people came around when they saw the Zack Snyder cut as well. They had their gripes with Batman vs Superman and Man of Steel. They were like, yeah, this and that. But when they watched that final piece and the way it was supposed to end, they were like, yeah, that was just, it was fan. Personally, that's, like I said, that was just masterful viewing for me. I thought it was great. But I like all the stuff, man. I love Logan. That was great.
Yeah.
Logan, the finish to that story was fantastic. I liked anything that Hugh Jackman was in, any of those Wolverine, except I didn't really like the the younger versions of the X-Men movies. First Class was okay, but I don't feel like they needed to go on with that, and do Apocalypse and Dark Phoenix. I didn't even watch Dark Phoenix, but
I didn't see that one. I saw the Apocalypse one, and I saw they did a Days of Future Past one, didn't they?
That was good. I think that's probably the strongest out of the X-Men series.
Yeah.
That was really well done. They nailed that.
I liked that one, and I liked First Class. I liked the new crop of team that they put together for it. But
yeah, I liked
it's
First Class. I just didn't like what they did after that. I kind of feel like they lost the way there.
Yeah. But I mean, it was all better than X-Men 3. X-Men 3 was terrible.
They tried to do the Dark Phoenix there. You can't, and it was like an 80-minute runtime or something, wasn't it? 83 minutes or 89 minutes. That needed like 2.5 hours, and that was for part one. You know what I mean? Like, that was for part one.
Yeah.
Like the movie should have ended with Jean probably joining the Bad Mutants, you know what I mean, and killing Charles and that, and then do the part after that. But yeah, like I said,
here's a question for you. So now that year that X-Men 3 came out, the other movie that summer that was a comic book movie that was the big movie was Superman. What was it? Superman Returns? Is that what it was with the Bryan Singer movie with Brandon Routh?
Brandon Routh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to be completely honest with you. I've never seen it.
Okay, so I loved that movie. I absolutely loved that movie, but I liked the old Richard Donner Superman movie back in the day. And so it really kind of tied into that and had the same vibe and the same music and just the whole thing was very much modeled after that original Richard Donner movie. And I remember reading, what was it, Facebook or something, and people are, arguing back and forth whether Superman Returns or X-Men 3 was the better movie. And then everybody was talking about how X-Men had more action. Okay, and I dig that. We're comic book fans, so people love, fights and things like that. But man, give me a good story any day of the week. Give me a good story any day of the week, because I'm more interested in a good story than I am a good action scene. Now, mind you, then you get things like Daredevil, and Netflix TV series, and that set. You ever watch that?
That is
gorgeous.
That shit changed the game, man. Honestly, I personally think that's the best thing Marvel have ever done when it comes to TV. Genuinely,
yeah,
I think
I'll agree with that.
Daredevil was the best.
Yeah, what really did it for me was episode 2, and they were having it was a fight on a Steadicam, okay, and they were in the hallway, and they were having that one long fight it was him versus 5 guys, and it was one solid Steadicam shot through the whole thing, and they were fighting him, and he's beating him up, but he's bloody exhausted. You know what I mean? He's leaning back on the wall, having to take heavy breaths, in between while people are coming at him and all that stuff. The reality of it was impeccable. It was incredible. Yeah. I mean, it was, so to me, that was like, to me, that was just outstanding. My favorite comic book movie of all time is easily Sin City. The Sin City adaptation, I mean, it had 2 of my favorite directors working on it. It had, an amazing cast, and just a gorgeous panel for panel adaptation of a movie, of a comic book to a movie. But that's indie. You know what I mean? That's indie. You could never do
Yeah.
that with a Marvel comic. They would never let that happen. They'd have to spit, shine, and polish it up to be more representative of the MCU. And I love the indie. You can go down the aisle in the comic store looking at the indie comics, and not one of them are the same as the other one. You know,
100%.
Yep.
No, I agree. Yeah, like that's the thing with indies. Like you said, you said you couldn't do that with one of these big companies. They have like a business model that they kind of have to abide by and all that sort of shit. Indies doesn't have that restraint on it. It just like you said, you can do whatever you want, you know. And like you said, when you're looking through the indie section at a comic book store, it's fantastic. It's like someone's just grabbed like a handful of paint and just thrown it. Like nothing is in sync. There's nothing. It's all different. Like you could sit there and you could prowl through that section, like a big section for like 20, 30 minutes going, oh shit, you know, looking around. And I think it's variety. I think that's the way going forward for success is the variety. I mean, you go to you know, like a comic book store and you got like 28 different Spider-Man books, but it's all the same. You know, it's all the same. It's like you just know.
And it's 28 Spider-Man books with 28 Spider-Men in it. You know, I mean, how many Spider-Men do you need? You know, I mean, there was just one Spider-Man when I was a kid. Now there's like 19 fucking Spider-Men running around. Although I will say, my kids made me take them to go see the Into the Spider-Verse. That was fun. That was a fun movie. It was. I
actually enjoyed that as well. I'm actually keen for the second one. I can't wait to see what they do there.
Yeah, I thought it was cool. I liked Spider-Man Noir. I thought Nick Cage did a great job with that. I was like, okay, that's ridiculous.
Cage? I love Nick Cage. I love Nick Cage, man. How good is he?
He's, you know what? He is. Somebody was talking to me recently that they were saying to me, it was Drew Edwards from Halloween, man. Drew and I were hanging out, and he said to me, Nick Cage is like the last real actor, you know, like the major, like real actor personality. I thought that was funny. But you know, Nick Cage has this ability to be able to play serious, to be able to be funny, to be, you know, he can do it all. Sometimes, you know, I mean, what he does is cheesy if he's in a Bruckheimer flick like Con Air or something like that. You know, I mean, with the big hairdo and the whole thing, but it was supposed to be that. That's what he was trying to do. That's the movie they were trying to make. And so, you know, when people laugh at, you know, Con Air, well, I can see why, but at the same time, it's like, but that was the movie they were trying to make. So how do you argue with that?
I'm just going to go on record and say I think Con Air is one of the greatest movies of all time. I fucking love that movie. That is such a good movie, man.
It's a good movie, but yeah, you and my wife should hang out, dude. She loves that movie, and another movie that she loves is True Lies with Schwarzenegger.
I haven't seen
you ever
that
seen
one?
that?
No, sorry. No.
Oh, dude, you do have to see. It's True Lies. It's like it's Schwarzenegger and Jamie Lee Curtis and Tom Arnold and the lady from Wayne's World that was Wayne's girlfriend. I can't remember, Tia Carrera. And it's a great movie. He's a spy, you know, and Schwarzenegger's a spy, and but it's got the mixture of the over the top and the funny and all the things that you would have in a Schwarzenegger film, and it's great. But that's like my wife's favorite movie. She just thinks that movie is too funny for words.
True Lies.
Write that down. And yeah, it's very good. If you're into those if you liked Con Air, you'll enjoy True Lies. You know who's got a great scene in that? Who was the dude who played? He was in Aliens, the one with the big mouth in Aliens. He was also in Weird Science. I mean, I know you're younger than me, so this may not translate. But anyway, he was in Twister. Bill Paxton. Thank you.
Yeah.
It was Bill Paxton is in it too. You know, with his loud mouth and his bullshit. And he's so great in it. He's so great in it. Like you watch it for him alone. His scenes it's totally worth it. But the rest of the movie's good too. So.
Well, I've whacked out there with Condor Man from yesterday's stream. I got to watch that as well. I'll put that.
Oh my god, dude! You've got to watch Condor Man, dude. Oh,
you had me so good yesterday.
Dude, he has a car that turns into a boat. His car can like turn into a ramp where other car like he's going playing chicken with a Porsche 911, and they're going at each other like this, and all of a sudden he hits a button in the car and a ramp grows up the hood onto the windshield, and the Porsche just goes woo and just flies right off of and explodes, and it was so ridiculous. It's amazing. So
Yeah,
it's amazing.
I'll be giving that a watch for sure. Like I said, you had me sold on it yesterday. I think you had Jerry sold on it as well. He seemed pretty keen on it as well.
So good. It's so good. Like I want to have a viewing party of it so badly, where we all watch it on Zoom or something like that, or everybody hit play at the same time, 3, 2, 1, and we can all laugh and enjoy it. But it's such a great movie. Oh yeah, it's great. It's great.
Well, Dan, we're approaching the 2-hour mark, and I'm pretty sure.
Oh my God, it's been 2 hours.
We've been chatting along for ages. It's been awesome talking with you, man. Is there anything else?
You too, man.
I'm going to wrap it up in a minute. Is there anything else you want to say about yourself, where we can find you, and what you're doing at the moment, just for the people that are going to stumble upon this video?
Yeah, can you go back over to the Kickstarter page for a second?
Yeah.
Boom! Thanks.
There it is. Bang.
There it is. Okay, yeah. So please go check out Bigfoot Knows Karate. The Kickstarter, we do have 116 notified right now. Thank you to every one of you who has hit the button already. That's amazing. October 12th, that's going to be the big day. We've got October 12th is the big day. We're going to have myself pushing Bigfoot Knows Karate, Christopher Michael pushing Crit. We're going to have a great time getting to talk about our projects on Instagram Live. If you like, in terms of Bigfoot Knows Karate, if you like, psychological thriller, action, adventure, a little martial arts, a gigantic Bigfoot running around doing those martial arts. Then this is the story for you. And look, he's even got a little rabbit in his arm. Come on, how cute is that amongst the fiery background? But it's been a great time working on this book, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So October 11th, right there. Hey, all right, we're 117. Thanks, Jack. Thank you to everyone who has supported the book. Done fan art, comment, shared. Whatever. I mean, just like I'm blown away by the support we've had on this comic. So thank you so much. Totally grateful for you guys. Thank you.
There you go. Like I said, guys, you got to head over to easiest way to do it. This is the way I do it. I head over to the Instagram page, Dynamite, right here. You click on his link tree, and then all of his stuff's on there. You click on the Kickstarter, it'll take you to here. Not here, it'll take you to here. You hit that notification button. Like I said, every follower adds up, helps us get that prominent stage when it comes to Kickstarter. So,
it really helps us with the algorithm for sure.
Yep. So it really gives us that boost. And I'm going to try this again on the way out for Dan. I'm going to try and play his. Let's see if it works. One more time.
Can't hear it.
Fuck. And again, I've just fucked it up again, guys.
Nah, you're great, dude. Everybody, listen. Everybody, give Jack a big round of applause, seriously, because he was a great host tonight, and I appreciate you letting me hang out with you, dude. I really do.
Nah, thanks for coming on, man. Like I said, I'm going to try this one more time. Let's see if we can get some fucking audio here for Dan. Yeah, that's it, Jack. Just fuck it up even more. And I'm going to go ahead and say that there's no audio again.
No. There it is.
All right, we're going to run it again. I'm going to edit this shit out, guys. Don't worry about it. There you go, guys.
Short,
there it
sweet.
is, October 12th.
Yep.
Don't miss it. That's where you want to be.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jack, for having me on and let me bend your ear, man.
No, man, thank you so much for coming on. Like I said, that's the idea of this. I want to try and get guys on here like yourself to help. I'm only small at the moment, but we're going to grow a bit bigger, and we want to try and, expand on, try and get our stuff out there. So any way I can help guys such as yourself that, have done a lot for me and my exposure to the industry as well. Any way I can give back, I'll always try. And thank you so much for coming on here. Like, it's not a bad first guest to have, the creator of Bigfoot Knows Karate. That's just fucking insane. Thank you so much.
I appreciate it. I'm humbled. Thank you. You're awesome, dude. I will let you enjoy the rest of your evening, man. But you have a great one, and thank you everybody for watching. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for coming on, Dan. I appreciate it, man.
All right, man.
See you, mate.
Bye.
So there you have it. That was Dan from Bigfoot Knows Karate. Thank you so much, Dan, for coming on. It was fucking awesome, trying to get your insights on what on the comic industry and whatnot. So it was fantastic. So yeah, guys, there he is on Instagram. You can't miss that logo. That logo is pretty prominent. Hit that link tree. Takes you through. Everything's there. Hit that notification button and you will be very happy that you did so. So yeah, thank you again, Dan. Also launching on October 12th with Dan. They're doing a double launch, which will be fucking awesome. I want to try and be there for that if it doesn't clash with work. If not, I'll be doing a stream that night to promote it as well when I get home. But yeah, we got Homebrew Comics Caffinated Chaos. That's also launching with Dan. So jump on that as well. They'll both be launching at the same time. Head over to their Instagram channels. I'm pretty sure they're doing Instagram lives. Look for that beautiful red logo there or this badass Bigfoot and you will find it. And yeah, that should be a really fun night because those guys, you just saw Dan there. Dan's an awesome guy to hang out with. And like I said, it just bending, chewing the fat with him about what he thinks about what's going on in comics is just, it's been fantastic. Like I said, we've gone for nearly 2 hours now and, probably could have gone for a lot longer, but yeah, so there's that. But the reason we are mostly here today was because of this one right here. E4 Comics, my boy Jerry just launched his campaign, The Elements, the Dices Saga. Sorry, man, I keep fucking that up. Part 1, which also has the Clenneth origin story as well. So we want to really get behind that and support that as well. I'm going to run through the campaign with you guys one more time. Hopefully get the audio for the trailer loaded properly this time as well. We'll get that ready to go again. But yeah, we'll refresh the page. Let's see where he's at. He's at 17. So we picked up another backer, 1 or 2 backers since this stream has started. So that's good. That's fantastic. He'll crush that goal. He'll jump on some lives and promote it. And this book's going to be fucking huge. So yeah, guys, like I said, it's all in here. Everything you need to know about the campaign is here. The rewards are fantastic. Like the books, the covers are just fucking spectacular. He's got 2 variant covers as well. This one here, that's the Dragon Ball Z homage, which is absolutely awesome. Another one coming as well, so keep your eyes peeled for that. He'll post that in the next couple of days. His challenge coins are fantastic. Like I've got to find one to show you guys. It's just fucking phenomenal. It's fantastic. I think it might be here. Yep, on Batman. Thanks, Bats. So yeah, these are the coins. They're just fucking magnificent. That's the Clenneth coin. From the last campaign, E4 Comics logo on the back. You can hear it's sturdy as hell. It is fantastic. Got to collect them all. So get on that. Yeah, the shirts are awesome as well. Got to get myself a shirt. We're on the next live stream. So the silly Parramatta shit I'm wearing at the moment. You can also catch up on previous on the previous issues here, come through again and again, man. This is insane. The 3D posters. I mean, yeah, you've really outdone yourself here, Jerry. It is just, yeah. So, guys, jump on that. And look, even if you don't want to, if you're not interested in comic books and you just have a heart of gold, a pure, solid heart of gold, there's a tier on here, the comic book for kids tier, where you can buy the comics and they will be sent out to a hospital, and some little guy in a hospital that's having a hard time will get a chance to, hopefully brighten his day, his or her day, by reading this awesome book. So if that's your thing, you're very charitable, there's that option as well. But I highly recommend grabbing yourself a copy as well, because this is awesome. The previous books have been fantastic. The story is very well laid out. It's very close to home for Jerry. Like I said, it's about him and his 3 brothers. You know what I mean? Like it's very close to him. So that's how he's put 100% into it. You're getting a quality product. But as you can see, like I said, we've run through the art as well. It's just very anime. It is just like if you like Dragon Ball Z and stuff like that, you got no excuses. You can get over there and get your hands on that book, get your hands on a coin, get your hands on a shirt. Really get behind this, because I'm telling you right now, this will be on TV soon. You'll see this on Crunchyroll or Anime Lab. You'll see it. It's gonna be something. If Jerry has anything to do about it, it's going to be huge. So, get on that, guys. Look at the art. It is schmick. And like I said, you got the Kenneth origin story in here as well. Again, me and Dan ran through the art on this. The art is fantastic. That's our man there. That's Jerry. But, that's why we're here today, guys. Like, we're just here to talk about, mainly we talked a bit about the mainstream and that, but that's, they're the reason we're here, but they've paved the way for us. But we're coming through now. We're going to try and take over. But that we're here to shine some light on a few Kickstarters. Any guys that come across this, if you want to promote your book or whatever, you can find me on my socials. My socials are come through here. Bang. This is me here. Bear with me. So that's me there. Sloan Slate Comics, that's us there. We're uploading stuff, almost every other day. We got stuff going on there. The new cult book coming out. I kind of want to talk about that for a little bit now. So the first book was fully fulfilled. It's been fully fulfilled now. It's all done. Campaign closed. We're moving on to the next campaign, which we will be launching at the beginning of next year. We'll have more proper details about that coming out in the next couple of weeks. Work close with a couple of my colleagues, and we will get that next book up on Kickstarter. We'll get that funded, and we'll get that in the hands of my colorist, which we'll be announcing. I'm very excited to have her on board. I can't wait to see what Cult Book 2 is going to look like with her colors. And she's done so what we're doing with book 1 is we're splitting it up into 2 parts. So issue 1, issue 2. The next book that we're taking to Kickstarter, which is technically book 2, will be issue 3. It's sitting around 40 pages at the moment. Thinking about adding an epilogue at the end of it. Will depend. We'll see how we go with what's we're going for. But I just want to show off the covers for issue 1 and issue 2. So this here is going to be the cover for issue 1. Again, the colorist I have lined up for the book is, well, just might as well announce now, her signature's at the bottom of the page there. B. Navarro is coming on board to color book 2, or issue 3, how it plays out. But yeah, I'm very excited for that. This is the recover for issue 1. Part 1 of the Razor's Edge, and then this is her second cover that we got put together the other day, and I'm absolutely blown away. That's the second cover for issue 2, so it's cover 1. So yeah, we're splitting that up. These are the covers for it. So these are the retail covers that we'll be going through. That's issue 1. Issue 2, we're working on issue 3 at the moment. It's pretty much fully inked. I'm just going through there and really taking my time with it. I'm trying to up the ante for this book. But yeah, that's where we're at with Colt. But this, this stream wasn't about, it's not about Colt. It's about our guys that are hitting Kickstarter in the next couple of, Jerry launched today. And then in 4 days' time, we have Dan and Chris launching their books simultaneously. So, yeah, it's just all fun. It's, if you're after something different, something new, to the, the mainstream stuff, this is where it's at, the indie comics community. And so we're going to finish this live stream off. We're going to send it out with Jerry's trailer for his Kickstarter, which I've tried to play a couple times now, but we're going to try and do it properly this time. I'll do it the way Dan said. We're going to share the audio. We're going to go to screen, share the screen, entire screen. We're going to actually we're going to go window, and then we'll go this one, share. We're going to bring it up, and then we're going to come through, and we're going to try and play again. Full screen it. We're going to full screen it, and I just hope to God that the audio, we're going to switch it over to E4 Comics. We're going to make it full screen. And I will see you guys later. Thanks for watching. See you next time.